Before we was really interrupted by people commentary. That's what you call it, a commentary. She had a young man. I don't know why people think they got to lie. It's nothing to lie about. I cannot stand the motherfucker. Wayne, since you like to talk, she called you out for everybody. You got for the lesson. Oh, time out! The hell has froze over. Now she was a straight woman trying to sleep with her.
I was like, oh, okay. Interesting. Nigga's name tickles me so much. Andre.
Well, I think
Andre. And he stood up and you started it. And he took them 3 steps. And I had to turn the brightness on my TV to make sure I was correctly. I did.
this is why
She's on. But no.
Micah muted my mic.
Stop.
Don't you mute. Hold on.
Stop.
You can't do that. You can't mute
Excuse
my
me.
mic. He'll walk by you and say, Black Lives Matter.
The one who you don't like it, that they get fired because they're doing excessive force. But you don't like black people. Which one?
Sit up. Hold on. Let me sit up. Hold on. Hold on. Let me adjust my role.
Not today.
Let me adjust my role. Okay.
You went in. He's banned. Like, come on, bro. In my opinion, he was not attractive, and I can say so.
It
But
wasn't
you're not gonna come from my husband.
It wasn't no time.
It doesn't feel like that. It's like you don't feel like whoever you talk to, I don't think they're attractive either, but you. So, the access to the Capitol like that, it would have been a cat up in that movie.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of AllFor1. I am Micah-Jamal. You can follow me on Instagram at I am Micah-Jamal.
And it is your girl Chris. I am back again, and you can follow me at Little Bit Is Big.
What's up, y'all? I'm Wayne Party. You can follow me at Motivated King 93.
Hey, you can follow me at Micah-Jamal.69.
So guys, how is everyone doing this week? What's new in your life?
Who, me? I just wanna fuck, get drunk. Hey, that's it. I'm blessed and covered in the spirit and the blood of Jesus. I got pulled over today. The officer told me I could go.
Oh.
I'm so
Not long.
confused. That was all over.
That's how I'm feeling.
Oh, okay.
Everywhere.
Oh,
All over
okay.
my body.
What about you, Wayne? What's new in your life?
I've just been doing great. Just trying to stay on my grind and just focus on Wayne for once. And yes, that would say. What about you?
I am weak. My week has been absolutely crazy.
I love crazy.
Work has been extremely overwhelming and stressful. But overall, I'm in a good space. I look good. I look untouched. Shade if you want to hear about that. And I'm blessed.
Well, that is good. Today was a hard day for me. I don't know. I woke up sick as it all, but I feel much better now, and I'm excited because.
Is that what it was?
It went. All right, guys. Sorry, for some reason the phone stuff went out, but we're back on. But anyway, so let's just go ahead and that booty looks fun on the thing, though. But let's go ahead and jump into the topic. So the first topic we're gonna do, we're gonna talk about. They had a picture that came out about the next verses they want to see is Lil Fizz and Nelly. Did you guys get a chance to see the video? And if so, what were your thoughts?
See what?
Video.
What was there to see?
You didn't see?
In Nelly's video, all I saw was her hand, but it was moving something.
But I didn't think it was this. I honestly didn't think it was this.
It wasn't, because you know, back in my day when celebrities made videos, they had something to show.
I didn't think it was that small.
Y'all knew what to keep on. Y'all need to go. Y'all should go
I
pump.
agree.
Y'all should pump them penises.
I do agree. Back in the day when something hit the internet, it was like, oh my gosh. This was like,
Safari, that was a whoa.
this was like, huh?
Fizz, it was like, oh, child porn. Got it.
Not child porn.
I would say on the Nelly video, I was like, she was making all this wet sound, but the tools were dry.
Because
like, what are you doing?
she was upset with what she had in front of her. Don't act like y'all never had something and you was mad when you saw what it
I thought it
was.
was just, it didn't have that much length, but it was very thick.
Oh, well, that's because she was squeezing the base.
I mean,
She was trying to make something out of nothing, and wasn't nothing being made out of that something.
did y'all think it was that small? You know, some people,
Yeah,
some people got,
I was
some
disappointed.
people got tunnels and you throw a hot dog through them. And
But that's how she felt
that's how
with
loose
that
they
little.
are.
That's how she felt with that little Jolly Rancher.
This is true.
That's how she felt
See,
about
but
that Jolly Rancher.
My thing
The
was,
both of them.
Nelly should have kept that to himself. You should allow people to imagine based on your looks and your body what we thought it was going
But y'all know the behind the story, right?
was behind, so they accidentally uploaded
No,
to.
he didn't actually do that. They said the girl was gonna get you for extort, like don't try to extort it. So it's like a let me just put it out there before you try to have the
Child, well, you should have
That's
paid.
all
You
it
should have
is.
paid for that.
You should have paid it all. I mean, that's, I guess it's
That
the
wasn't
thing to
nothing worth
do,
the
I
look
think, yeah, but it wasn't an accident.
but it was
How
like,
you actually upload a 50 second story?
I've actually uploaded some stuff before, so I can understand. And I accidentally sent somebody something too.
Well, I see it. Yeah, I've done that.
It was one of my former pastors, and it was so embarrassing.
The both of them could have kept it.
So, what's your thoughts? You don't get quiet.
Her foot bigger than the both of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you do have small feet.
And your heel included.
You do have small feet, so it is kind of. But what's your thought of the video?
I just. So I think now that Wayne has said that, I think I'm gonna retract the original statement that I was gonna say. So I'm gonna say I feel bad for the girl, but if she was trying to extort him, and I feel bad still because that still is something that you do in the privacy of rooms. But at the same time, like you can't extort somebody and not expect for them to do something. As far as sizes and widths, I will say that Lil Fizz's top portion, his top portion looked like a blow, like his feet like a blow pop.
But
No,
It was weird.
I got two
Like the
problems.
big part on the stick, that's what it looked like. Cause
Little Fizz had a little Fizz.
It was a fizzle pop. But how you feel sorry for the girl when she knew the camera was right there flashing in her face?
Now she did.
well, not about. I don't feel that it was recorded. That's not
That
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
leaked.
It was leaked.
She
But
didn't mind.
if she really indeed was trying to extort him,
And that would make
then
more
that
sense now.
changes
She knew.
the narrative. Yeah.
But,
Wasn't nothing to restore. We ain't see it.
So with the versus battle, who won?
Neither. They both making child pornography as far as I'm concerned. That's that penis you take when you a virgin and you afraid, because it ain't gonna hurt.
well, I think that's probably.
Well, I think Lil Fizz had a little curvature to his, so he might grab a couple.
It gotta go in there.
What the hell is kind of
It gotta get in there.
I say it was a draw.
It gotta get in there.
I wouldn't care,
Child, that's just gonna tickle you. You gonna be a tickle me.
All right, so this topic is because y'all are talking about this. Apparently,
Right.
none of us are
And
very
everything is
interested.
together. And I cannot relate to either one of them.
Mhm.
All right. But anyway, so the next topic we're going to talk about is something dear to Wayne's heart. Wayne, they're trying to cancel Adele.
If you're gonna let me down gently. Yay!
Don't pretend that you don't want me.
Right.
My love.
Ain't 100 degrees, okay?
So Adele, they're chasing Adele to the pavement. So what is going on?
Cancel culture is out of control. All because she said she's proud to be a woman. When I was 5 years old, I said I wanted to be one. Oh, I'm sorry.
Girl, so you didn't know your whole life.
What happened?
Came out the
So
womb.
you didn't read the article?
No.
So basically, Adele was at the Brit Awards. She received the best album in artist. Like she received 3 or 4. But the one that they're talking about is the best album of the year. So, you know, in America, they have the best male album, the best female. Over there, they were trying to be inclusive, and just said everybody together. So Adele's statement was, I understand why you took the gender out, but I am proud to be a woman. I am proud of us. After she talked about the struggle she had to go through to make the album. So everybody is, allegedly the gay community is trying to
like the general neutral.
Right, Adele, because she said she's proud to be a woman.
Well, baby,
and they talking about she transphobia.
To all y'all from that's trying to cancel her, hello from the other side.
That was a good one.
My baby would never be canceled. I just had to let y'all know that. I don't think Adele will be canceled. Do you think she's like? Do you think that it's like trying to cancel Beyonce at this point?
I think that the cancel culture, like you said. So?
Well, Adele's more popular than Beyonce, but go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, because her last album, all of Adele's album, her last
so we're going off of albums, we're not going off of fans, right?
We're going off fans too, baby.
You think she got more fans than the Beehive?
Yeah, because the Beehive, because you got to think, Adele isn't even from the United States. Beyonce's big in the United States, but Adele is bigger worldwide. That's why her last album sold over 10 million copies, and Beyonce sold, 2 or 3 million? And I love Beyonce, but Adele, she's a chart queen. Adele can put out things in damn Haiti, Ghana. She charts everywhere.
Beyonce can too, though.
Her albums don't sell, boo. But she had that many fans. I mean, it's in the numbers. No, men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie.
Okay, so I'm gonna say.
I mean, I'm not a Beehive person.
I love Beyonce and Adele, but Adele is like worldwide.
I hope they don't try to cancel you.
I know. I was trying to say, facts are facts. Beehive buy more albums. I don't know. Because us daydreamers are. We're supporting her. I mean, but go ahead.
No, friend, I don't have anything to say. I'm just thinking about the comment about Beyonce. Yes.
So what I will say is this. I will say that I don't like that you have a small group. Okay, so all of us, or most of us on this panel, falls under the LGBTQ community. None of us have an issue with what Adele said. So again, it is this small group of stupid people. Nobody does. Why are you going to be upset because she said, listen, I understand why y'all did it, but I still wanted to be the best woman. Why is it a problem? Like, they're taking this crap too far. So, I mean, I think
cancel culture needs to be canceled, but that's just...
I do too.
Cancel culture leave people born post like 97, 98. They gotta be. Because we grew up in a very like... I said post. I'm here with baby love.
Because it's
a difference between us. There you go. No, it's a difference between us like 90, 95, 96, 97, 98. I don't know. We don't claim that.
Because I don't know, because I think that's in the community that he's not even a baby. That everybody, Lamar, that everybody should be all inclusive and all that kind of stuff. It's not cool.
You know that, baby? He said he was 91. See what? You 30.
You born in 89.
91.
Oh, wait, what?
My birthday's June
84.
91.
84. Old ass. Anyway,
That look good.
so what you think about Adele Lamar? Do you think that Adele is better than Beyonce, like Wayne claims?
It depends on what your vibe is.
No, I'm just saying.
Going by what he say, I can understand.
Yeah, but think about it.
But
Adele is not even from the United States. She sold 10 million copies in our country. She's
I
from
get
UK.
that, but in the sense of what your vibe is, it just
Yeah.
depends on where you are. Just like, for example, Beyonce makes music for, I can say she makes it for like the older generation, but it's way more catered to, we'll say 35 and below. Adele makes music for our parents. If we're gonna be technical, she makes music more for our parents.
Hmm.
If you listen to what Adele is singing about, that is not music that you would understand at 20.
Oh, right.
So Adele's music is more mature. Beyonce can make a song that every age group will be okay.
Right.
Well, my favorite Beyonce is the
even Adele
School
said
of
that.
Life when she
But even then,
to the 20s.
but Adele has said that in one of her interviews, she was saying like with her record label, that was their fight because they wanted her to be more youthful. And she was like, that is not me. I've grown up, I've had a baby, I've experienced things, so I'm going to make music for my group of people.
And then she also said when she was accepting the award that this album is what she wanted. It was about her personal struggle.
Yeah,
but she said a lot of people don't make those type of albums anymore, and that is so true.
Right.
Because I like music that tells a story. I don't like music without a meaning.
But the fact that she can still make the same type of music and still say it like her, like she don't have to waver. You know what I'm saying? And people still gonna support her.
Yeah, I'm just saying Adele is
she can release
uncancelable.
I
even said Adele is uncancelable.
Thank you, Ivan. And who's more popular?
nobody weighed in on that, so we're just gonna let that be.
Okay. Well,
next
subject.
So moving on to the next subject, guys. So, Kiki Sheard, what's her?
Karen Clark,
daughter. Okay, because I'm from her married. Kiki Sheard made a statement, and in her statement, she claims that when her friends come to town, they have to get a hotel because they cannot stay at the house with her man. So my question to you guys, if you having friends come into town, will you let them stay at the same house with your man?
Let Christian go first. She'll want.
Why do I gotta go first?
Because I'm sure it's gonna go other once we get to this end anyway. So you go first because you the one.
I'm actually very torn about this, if I'm being honest, because I understand her perspective from it, and why she's saying it.
Explain, please.
So I think she's coming from a place of the house with her and her husband. That's a sacred area for them. That's their safety net. That's their safe place. And that's where they're comfortable. So to allow your friend to come in to your safe place where your husband is comfortable, he's used to operating and moving how he does, she probably doesn't want to disrupt that, nor does she want to, and I don't know her friendship, so I'm not saying this is what it is, but in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, maybe she feel like she don't want to put her husband and her friend in a position where they would do something contrary than what they're supposed to. Now, me personally, initially I was like, I am with sis, absolutely. But after talking through it with someone, I'm not really sure if I would or I wouldn't. I think it's situational, right? So would my friend come and stay with me for weeks? Probably not weeks. You might have a 3-day limit, 4-day would be max. But it wouldn't be like a week's thing. So I just think it's
oh my God, bullshit. Oh my God, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. That's some freaking bullshit. Like, either not that because you don't want her to interrupt your husband's face. What kind of shit is that? Listen, she's insecure.
I know, he just got mad at me.
I'm just saying, because when I was reading the statement, you come across, not to her, like an insecure woman. Like,
that's how you come across.
Why are you worried? So if you're worried that your husband's gonna cheat on your friend, do you not trust your husband or your friend? If you don't trust either one of them, why are you with any of them? In my opinion.
And I can agree with that.
Yep, you.
I'm just gonna say this. I was scrolling through the comments on Facebook, right? And it was a comment who got a lot of likes. And I clicked on the comment. It was my first cousin, and I was reading the comments because I was looking at the post first. I was reading the comments, and my cousin said she was in a situation where she needed to stay the night at the friend's house. She said no because I just don't like other women to stand in my place or whatever. 3 weeks later, her husband's friend was drunk and stayed the night. It was okay for him to stay. Guess what? She woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and found him in her children's room touching her daughters inappropriately. Now you see what the comment
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
For me.
So if you want to have room for the females, have room for the men.
It's situational.
For me.
It's situational.
For me. Now that's one interview I read because I was waiting for the portion where it probably just would have been, I just don't want you helpers in my house. I would have been fine with that. All of that other stuff she could have kept because it does come off very wrong. And I agree with Jamal. You're insecure. So it's either for me, you don't trust your husband or you don't trust your friends. And if you do say, okay, but I do trust my husband, so what does that say about the friendship that you have with your friends?
That you had before your
exactly. So for me, I just would have been fine if she just would have said, nah, baby, I don't want my friends in my house because it's my house. I'm on game with that.
So Iman said,
well, at least she said she'd give him a hotel. Make sure you choose Marriott.
Yes, she was
They going to Motel 6.
Iman said maybe she's insecure or need better friends. But shouldn't your friends be a comfort zone also? Referring to what you said, Christian. I mean,
that's crazy.
I've had friends. No, I've had friends to stay the night or a couple of nights with my mates. I've had also when I still have to go to work and they still.
He's stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's not go there. And I have had to go. And I have to go to work and they stayed back with my mate. So I mean, again, it depends on your friends.
Micah is one of the most giving friends ever. I'm serious.
Child, he eating my cheesecake and don't think I know it.
Oh Lord.
All right, 2.5.
What's the next update?
I know. It's my cheesecake.
Yeah, he a title.
Yes, you are on your phone. So, would you let your friend stay with your mate?
Would you let your friend stay with your spouse, your partner, your man?
I got some sneaky friends.
So situational.
Well, let me tell you this.
So that's a
My
no.
friends going crazy. Oh, I'm sorry.
So is that a yes or a no?
So it goes
Honestly,
back to the.
Like if I'm in the house with people, are we in the house together?
It's your place, you and your partner.
Yeah.
And your friend needs to come up, and stay. I'm not gonna call them names. Come up and stay a couple of nights.
Yeah.
Can that?
Yes.
So moving on to the next question. So it's flirting, cheating. Because whether your friend and your spouse have a little.
This ain't Phaedra. This ain't Phaedra because I wasn't flirting with Peter. Don't do that. Don't do that. My husband right here.
I don't know if it's necessarily.
I mean,
I don't know if it's necessarily cheating. I think it's just very disrespectful. I think it comes to a certain point where there's boundaries, and then if you cross those boundaries, I'm very torn because I'm gonna be upset if my man flirts with somebody, but that.
so what's flirting?
I'm about to say, what is flirting?
Like, okay, so like, take it down to your situation. You know, like I'd be like, if you had somebody, you know, that looks good or whatever. Oh, you look good. That's flirting. I'm just giving them a compliment. Because see me, I tread lightly.
I don't know. I think if the compliment is continuous, so if you could be like, ooh, y'all, like if I come here, I'm like, ooh, he's fine, and I'm like, that's why I say like that. Ooh, he is fine. You know, what if I said that?
Why you gotta touch?
He's so fun.
I'm talking about.
That's
I don't even
flirting.
think
That's flirting, yeah.
I don't even think that's.
That would be more. Yeah, I'm about to say for me, that's
I
nothing.
don't even.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I can get mad at what someone's. First of all, I probably wouldn't get mad because it would really tickle me pink, even if they were ugly, if they flirted with my spouse. But I really don't care because at the end of the day, you come home with me. I kind of find it as a turn on because no, my petty behind. I'm coming up there to slap your ass and walk off.
I agree.
Yeah.
There's levels to it, but you can't control what someone else does. But my partner can control how he responds when someone flirts with him.
Because he used to happen all the time.
I mean,
exactly.
So your friends are questionable.
Right, and no, they are. They really are.
I'm just really tired.
We had one trying to talk to a couple of my ex, but we're gonna not talk about him, huh? Oh, I forgot about that. And the other one. But we ain't gonna talk about that, huh?
Well, see, we're not gonna get into detail because they don't even have no more for themselves. Sorry.
Ooh, loud.
Oh.
You have to respect yourself to respect other people. You have to respect yourself. Right?
I'm still with Lamar. I think it's cute when we're out and you trying to flirt with my
That's
partner.
when you don't know them. You're
Because
friend. That's different. A random Joe Schmo can try to flirt out.
But the question was in general.
Yes, it is.
I don't think. But see, again, even for me, it goes back to, in a sense of my spouse. If we're going to do friends and spouse, my spouse should know how to respond. Now, if my spouse doesn't, that's a different conversation. Just like I'm about to go and smack my friend first, and I'm gonna pull my spouse to the side later on and say like, "Hey, X, Y, Z." But again, there's, and then I feel like nowadays anyway, you can't give a compliment because if you give a compliment, it's gonna go to the left real quick.
So I even said, bring them on the show to tell their side of this, their side. Yeah, much. No, we're not gonna have them on the show at all.
All our friends.
Well, it's Wayne's friend. I don't consider it. Never mind. The first one. Anyway, so with that being said, I just lost my train of thought. I was like, you're so petty.
That's why we need to get reunion show.
Oh my, you're so petty. Oh my gosh. All right, so I really just lost my train of thought.
That's what happens when you get old.
No, I had a question about that. Because Lamar said something, I had a question in my mind.
What, about your friends flirting with somebody, or we can go check first?
Yeah, but I forgot the question too. Oh, I feel so bad. All right, anyway, so let's just move it on along. So when it comes to your friends and your partner, how long do you guys think that you should wait before you bring your partner around your friends?
Well, y'all know I talked to Blake for how long? Did you hear me?
I never did, Blake.
I don't really do. I really don't. I don't.
Well, I'm gonna say
I'm not now. But go ahead.
Not no particular reason. It's just, yeah.
Well, I think my perspective on this has changed because, with my recent, relationship, current, whatever you want to say, I've met. I met his support system pretty early on, and before I met him, I was like, that is really weird. Like, I don't want nobody to know my mom or anything like that prior to. But now his reasoning behind it makes sense. So for me, I probably wouldn't jump the gun as quickly, but so I would probably give it like 4 months or so, because that's when I know if I'm serious. Because in the first 3 months, everything is honeymoon phase. Everything for the most part is really, really good for majority, for some people.
Girl, you made it that long?
Yeah.
But I heard we made it through the honeymoon phase.
What about you, Mark? How long you think it should wait?
Like we passed.
If I really like you, probably 2 months. Because for me, I'm just not gonna be that person that everybody feels like, damn, we got somebody different every time we all get together.
Well,
so 2 months.
Well,
Do you like?
Yeah.
Look to the camera and say, I'm not
And I'm gonna tell you why though. I'm gonna tell you why because when I did get married, okay, when I got married, the thing
That
was
thing that everybody was saying run for, but y'all wasn't listening. Y'all should go watch that video because it's quite hot.
So the thing was this. So the thing was this that I learned very early on that I have to listen to the people that's closest.
But you don't know.
Because that's not true. Because I bring
Micah gonna do what Micah gonna do. So go ahead.
He takes it into consideration.
So
and then we follow through with whatever we choose to do with what you said.
Exactly. So what happened is, even if we are not even dating yet, but it's a potential, I will just let you come hang out with us. Because my friends are going to say, oh, no, that ain't it. Or, oh, I see that. But not saying I'm not going to listen to you all the time, but I still need to take in consideration what you think because you guys know me.
I don't say a word.
And if I'm blinded by the booty, I need somebody to tell me about the brain.
I did, but you know me, I wasn't trying to meet.
I don't say the word.
I was, and this is just me. So, with me being a part of his support system, I think I can say that completely. When Micah pursued his relationship and he was actively in a relationship, I was not in a hurry to meet his partner because I just was like, I know Micah.
When you ready to Washington D.C.?
I need. Wait, let me finish.
Hold on.
So, but like for me, hold on, let me finish. So I think because I know how prior to that relationship, how Micah was out enjoying himself and exploring himself and others. I wasn't really.
He was in a relationship.
He said before.
Oh no, she said why?
No, she said before. No, I'm not. She said before.
I just wasn't in the space to really meet him right away. But then it was forced upon me, so that's what it was.
I don't really care if I ever meet any of my people's spouses. I do not because
I don't.
Yeah, because I don't like when people come home from the club and say my name was in the conversation that it shouldn't be in. I'm sorry.
So Dre
that happened to me
said,
too once.
Dre said definitely don't want to bring a lot of different mates around family if you're unsure it's not going to be serious. So family is different.
Oh, child, you ain't meet my mama to today for a year.
Yeah, family. To me, family is different. So.
Oh, I just said it.
You still ain't meet my mama till a year later. I don't care. That's a privilege, damn it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Me and my mama.
So my other question, and then we're gonna move on. We got about 10 minutes left of the show. Is after you and your ex break up, is it okay for a friend to still be friends with them?
Oh shit.
I'm trying to do that.
Well, wait.
Wait. You all over our page. So don't say I try not to do that.
No,
because you like all his shit.
Like him posting in texts and stuff like that. I have not physically seen or talked to him and heard his voice verbally since we met. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, if I'm friends on Facebook friends are different.
You need to unfreak him because it's
you didn't tell me too because I will.
I'm
not really sorry.
I guess it's. If me and my ex met someone at the same time together, cool, whatever. I guess if it's like my best friend and my ex, I don't care.
Would you?
No. Never mind, I take everything back that I was about to say. No, I wouldn't care. Yeah.
Wait, what about you? Would you care that they still cordial or still friends after you guys?
Just don't talk to me about nothing.
Right, yeah, I would say just don't care. Like, I don't care if y'all.
Or
at the
talk
end of the day,
about me.
Yeah, we're all a group of friends, and like St. Christian, well, I can say man, but one of y'all make develop a real friendship with one of my mates or whatever. I wouldn't mind because at the end of the day, who am I? Just because we didn't work out. But just don't, that too, but. But just don't, you don't got to follow with me, I don't care.
Yeah.
But would you guys want to know though?
I wouldn't care. That's not information that I would go out looking for or care to listen to. So I feel like even if someone would have been like, "Ooh, guess who I saw?" I just would have been like, "Okay."
See, I think that like if it's someone that I used to talk to, but them and my friends are still together, like I wouldn't mind one because most of the guys that or the females that I did date in my past were dope people. So I understand that my friends took a liking to them. But it's like I would like to know, hey, I still converse with such and such. Only because, especially now in our community, people are messy. So they would come and try to start drama. So I'm under the belief, don't let me find out from the streets if I'm your friend.
No, I won't converse with nobody that should be something. No.
Only when you see what you call in the club, you say, hey.
Oh, don't little candy drop ahead, boy.
Candy drop.
Jesus. Speaking of that, Nico is coming next weekend.
To where?
Up here.
To where?
For the party. Anyway.
To where? Oh, I don't know that girl, but okay.
I said Nico.
Okay.
What you used to call Nico?
A girl.
It's a rapper you just call him Move. I don't even remember.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't talk to her.
Anyway.
I don't know her. She don't know me.
So that's what you're doing.
Do you see her speak? Okay, so I don't know her. I don't know her. I don't know what she does.
This
what
is
she makes.
not the Real Housewives.
That's Mariah Carey.
Oh, well, Mariah, thank you. So last question. Well, you working. Last question of the night.
He called. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, do I need to go and tell him?
He didn't know the address.
Oh, you need to go the address.
He just moved in today.
How long have you known each other?
Tell me.
Okay.
That is causing me.
What's this last question?
We'll talk about it later.
But no, we will.
Because we are live.
What's the last thing?
Unless you want to share your business.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. So, question, because I didn't understand the question. But what is the appropriate age for the social media? I don't know. I'm hungry.
So the question that I was posing was, at what age is it appropriate for a child to get social media? And the reason why I asked that is because Kanye, everybody sees the madness that's taking place on the internet between these two. And one of the major things that he's making a big deal is the fact that his daughter is on social media and she's 8 years old. So at what age is it appropriate to have social media? I didn't have it until my parents limited me, so I had like a MySpace that was controlled by my parents.
Oh, you parents. I remember going to my best friend's church, and one of the girls at her church ended up posting nude photos. So they were trying to get everybody MySpace password, and I told her, I don't even know you. You ain't getting it. And she thought she was gonna go back and forth with me. I was like, woman, you don't get your ass out of my face. And everybody was like, Mama, you gonna cuss at church? I don't know this all. Who you think you is asking me for something like that? My dad don't even have my password. He don't give it to you.
Praise the Lord.
I did. And she got out of my face.
Praise the Lord.
I say 13.
I said 17. He said social media was originally for college students. But I don't think we can think like that anymore because of the age that we live in now. Hell, at this point, kids start having sex at 7 and 8.
And you can monitor, yes, you can monitor everything. So I say 13. I would say at least by 13, your child has enough mental, emotional capacity to pick up a phone and get on Instagram. But you can still
by 13.
I said enough.
I'm about to say because my nephew's 6, he got a whole Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook.
Well, different parents, different strokes, different folks. Different parents, different strokes, different folks.
Because I'm saying people, they are introduced to that a lot sooner, especially with this pandemic. A lot of them was on social media, although it's like a school-based social media, in order to learn higher education.
I think that it's contingent on, one, the parents' awareness of what their child is doing, 2, what parameters are set in place. and then 3, how often they're on, right? So like you can have a TikTok. There's a way to block the messages where people cannot message you if they're not their friends. There's a way to turn off comments to put on it so they're not like, because we talked about last week hate comments, because they're susceptible to things like that where they're being bashed. Like Kanye West's daughter, they had turned off her comments on her
You see
TikTok.
what people's commenting on that?
But they my thing,
give me a moment debit card.
yeah. So stuff like this.
me.
So that and then they're going in and they're saying negative things to these kids based on their parents.
Oh my God, you lying.
No, they did ask for the debit card. But she was live. She said, "Go get your mom's purse and go get the debit card and give me the debit card number."
Yeah. Wow.
Just ghetto.
No, that ain't, honey. Get paid.
Wow.
Because if your child do it, that's on you.
That's on you.
So I just think
And
it's
the
just,
child was live?
yeah, she was on live.
For what?
To get their debit card
Just
to them
being
people.
kids.
Oh,
She
child,
was
I
live.
wish
But see,
I
that's what it
did.
goes back to.
Let me go follow that right now because I'm about to go get that debit card. Well, I'm going to send her
I mean,
edible
they
arrangement.
turned off everything, so you ain't gonna be able to.
I'm going to send her edible
Because
arrangement.
you can set it up where they can't comment on your lives.
I mean, yeah, you can, but I think that's just a little tad much. But I guess if you're a parent nowadays, you got to do what you got to do. Get your
Child, parents put their kids with
I mean, and then think about the predators, because you know, with like YouTube's and some of the like TikTok, you have to be a certain age. And so if a parent is creating these accounts for these children that's, you know, underage, because if they're under the age, the parent has to be on there. There could be predators on there posing as children. So I mean, there's so many things that they could be susceptible to, and that's what the risk that the parent makes by allowing them to
go to church. Because they go to church. Church is predators in the children's church. It's predators in the school.
I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, it is
It's predators everywhere. Because I know one of my homeboys was out lifting, and it was an 8-year-old girl he had to take to school, and the mama didn't go with them. I'm like, what if he was a predator?
They're not supposed to.
I'm like, this is just
Isn't it supposed to be 18 and over?
No.
For lifted in.
You can send a lift to anybody, anything.
It's just like a
But I'm saying
it's like the airport.
It's just like the air. Yeah.
All you gotta do is give them a sign.
That's not what the video said.
That's it.
You didn't watch
You better watch your video.
You supposed to be 18 over.
To make an app. I mean, to make an account. Because that's not even true. Because you do high schools all the time.
But it has to be like you can't. The parent is supposed to be with them. That is on the video.
Oh, well, I don't know what video.
You need to watch your video.
The outdated video.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I ain't gonna pick them up, but I'm saying that you're still supposed. There's parameters.
So you breaking rules then.
All right. Well, any last comments before we go and start eating? Because I'm hungry.
How rude.
So nasty.
It's so rude.
Well, my phone got canceled, so
Also, you're gonna stick around and eat with us?
I gotta go to my home.
Oh.
He has to make sure his stuff isn't missing.
Well,
Like,
see,
what
it's
you
not
doing?
that. All right. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much.
That could be our Sunday for next week.
Thank you guys so much for joining in with us. If you will, if you do not do anything Mondays at 9 p.m., you can check Micah-Jamal, MJ Live Special. What is love? Gotta get it right.
That sounds
What
like
is
a porn industry.
love?
That sounds like a porn industry.
Don't worry about all that, okay? What is love? And we're gonna for the next 3 Mondays interview 3 different couples to
us.
Can I finish talking?
Is it us or just you?
Can I finish talking?
You invite somebody else?
How I invite somebody over? She asking y'all to open the gate. Can we? Y'all are so ghetto. Go, just love.